So I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with your rising sign. Some people like to call it the mask that you wear. Other people like to say it's the billboard that you hold up. Either way, it's sort of how you show up in the world. It's your entrance into this world. But what you probably didn't realize is that it can tell you a lot about financial opportunities that come your way. So in this video, I'll be talking about your rising sign and the hidden money themes inherent in that rising sign. Really interesting stuff. So stick around, you definitely don't want to miss this. Hello, my loves. As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new around here, my name is Mel. I'm a professional astrologer and sound therapist. I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. So if you're new, welcome. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. So today's video is a really interesting one. It's about your rising sign and sort of the hidden money themes that go along with that rising sign. So like I said before, your rising sign is sort of how you show up. It's the objective part of our personality. It's kind of how the world perceives us. Now, how exactly does this correlate to money? Well, we often don't make money in isolation, right? There are usually other people involved. And other people's perception of us can shape our money situation. Not only can it color how employers, clients, partners even perceive your value, but it could also clue you in to certain financial opportunities that are sort of magnetized by your rising sign. Like certain rising signs can attract certain financial opportunities. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into each rising sign and see how it plays into your personal money code. So let's begin at the beginning with Aries rising. And so Aries, you are typically seen as someone who is bold, a go-getter, an initiator. So people will likely pay you to lead, to start things, to pioneer, or to trailblaze. You are the initiators, and you can get paid very well for doing so. Next up, we've got Taurus rising. Taurus, you are seen as grounded, reliable, dependable. As ruled by Venus, people could either look to you for stability, security, fairness, beauty. Opportunities for you flow through consistency, beauty, and stability. All right, people look to you for grounded things and are willing to pay you for such. Next up, we've got Gemini rising. Gemini, you're seen as witty, adaptable, youthful, communicative. So doing any of those things, people would likely pay you for that. So whether it is communication, writing, opportunities for speaking, teaching, transacting business, researching even, those are the things that people will likely present to you because those are the qualities that you necessarily present outwardly. Cancer rising, you are seen as intuitive, nurturing, and healing. So when it comes to opportunities, having to do with caregiving, home and family, when people are looking to nurture something, particularly something that's being created, right? They would look to you. So those kind of financial opportunities will likely present themselves to you. Leo rising, you are seen as confident, magnetic, and expressive, right? You guys are the leaders. You're the lions and the lionesses of the zodiac, right? And so when it comes to leadership opportunities, creative opportunities, opportunities where you can shine and express yourself, Leo, you guys are kind of lucky in the sense that a lot of you get paid to sort of be yourself, to show up as yourself. And so opportunities that allow you to do that can definitely help you secure the bag. All right. So being yourself really pays off for you, literally. Virgo rising, you guys are seen as detailed oriented, precise, and service oriented. You guys thrive in managerial, supervising positions when it comes to anything requiring analysis, detail, perfection, right? When you want a job done well, you should go to a Virgo, whether it's a Virgo sun or a Virgo rising, right? And so Virgo rising, you guys are seen as the people who are dependable, hardworking, and can really get the job done. And so that is really the key to your personal money code. Libra rising, you guys are seen as charming, cooperative, and relationship focused. So people may come to you for financial opportunities having to do with mediation, having to do with refereeing, having to do with relationships. Like think of like a relationship therapist or someone who can help you understand your relationships better, or something having to do with diplomacy, fairness, maybe even something having to do with the legal system. So those are the kind of financial opportunities that could find you. Next up, we've got Scorpio rising. Scorpio, you are seen as intense and transformative. So when it comes to financial opportunities that could find you, these could be very transformative opportunities, opportunities that require deep work, thorough work. Could also be joint ventures and investment opportunities. Those are also falling within the realm of Scorpio. So those are perhaps some ways that your financial situation could play out. Sagittarius rising, you are seen as wise, adventurous, and spontaneous. So when it comes to anything having to do with expanding your mind, travel, it could have to do with publishing, with teaching on a higher level. I'm talking about like higher levels of consciousness. That's what people could look to you for. And so those are great ways to make money and unlock your personal money code. Capricorn rising, you are seen as authoritative. You are the boss, the expert. You are disciplined and authoritative. So when it comes to leadership roles, when it comes to CEO roles, when it comes to putting together systems and structures, people will likely look to you for those things. So that's a great way for you to get paid. So maybe you're not necessarily CEO, but you likely have this air of authority and expertise in whatever you do, and people will likely look to you for that. So it really behooves you to take a leadership role, or at least some sort of authoritative role in whatever you do, not just because it suits you, but because that's what people will look to you for. Next up, we've got Aquarius rising. And you guys are seen as the innovators, the quirky kind of people. So when it comes to sort of jailbreaking your mind, inventing new things, improving upon things, people probably look to you for that. So some of you may be inventors, scientists. You could be very progressive in whatever it is that you do, because that's kind of how you show up. So that's what you could be paid for. So again, inventing, innovating, tech, tech, social causes. Those are the things that you likely will be paid for and what people will look to you for. And then finally, last but not least, we've got Pisces rising. And for you, you guys are seen as dreamy, compassionate, creative, spiritual. So when people are looking for creativity, otherworldliness, this ethereal and esoteric kind of stuff, right? Even healing to a certain extent and spirituality, that could be where you guys secure the bag. So you could be spiritual guru, you could be someone who's creative, someone who's an artist, whether it's in any modality, singing, dancing, painting, right? Creativity is really where you shine and where people will look to you to do things. So that's a great way for you to unlock your personal money code. All right, so why does any of this matter? Well, it matters because your rising sign can really tell you about the financial opportunities that will present themselves to you, because your rising sign is sort of how you present to the world, how the world perceives you. So if you know the type of opportunities that you're likely to be presented with or that will arise for you, you can take advantage of those, or you could even seek those out. Because again, maybe you're working in a dead-end job, or you're doing something to make money that's not in alignment with you. Take a look at your rising sign and it'll show you how you show up in the world. Maybe people have come up to you with investment ideas, right? Maybe you're a Scorpio rising and people come up to you with investment ideas and you're like, well, I don't know about that. That it's very far-fetched from what you're actually doing, but maybe it's actually what you're designed to do, a joint venture. Or maybe you've got Leo rising and you're someone who could literally just set up a camera, show up, be yourself, and get paid for it, right? However, you're designed to show up via your rising sign are the financial opportunities that could present themselves. And when you know that, you can take advantage of that, point blank, period. Good stuff, right? So tell me in the comments below, what is your rising sign? And do you find that financial opportunities that are in alignment with your rising sign present themselves to you? Again, this may be sort of a thing that you didn't think about before, but you may want to explore further. And speaking of exploring further, if you have questions about this, join us over in Cosmic Collective so you can ask as many questions as you want. You get a free 2-week trial, and thereafter it's $11 a month. And you'll want to stay post this series because there's always a lot going on over there. And if you're ready to really take the leap and really understand your personal money code from soup to nuts, sign up for a free clarity call so we can assess whether my signature service, the blueprint, is right for you. All right, link is in the description box below. And again, don't forget to take the Abundance Archetype quiz so you know yourself a little better. It's a fun little quiz that really helps you open the door to your personal money code. And of course, don't forget to enter the giveaway. I will be giving away perhaps up to 3 blueprint experiences for 3 lucky people, depending on how many people subscribe to this channel. So check that out. Link is in the description box below. Share this, repost this. This is stuff that people need to know because, to be honest, it's when I was sitting putting this video together when I was like, you know what, if your rising sign is how you show up in the world, maybe that's how people, if that's how people associate you, maybe that's how, certain financial situations find you. And when I look back, not only at my chart, but of charts I've read for other people, it definitely makes sense. And it could be that little hidden thing that makes all the difference when it comes to your personal money code. So definitely check that out. All right, my love. So that's pretty much all I've got for you for this video on rising signs and what they can tell you about your financial situation. So join me tomorrow when I answer one of the biggest questions that people have when it comes to money. When? When can I experience changes with my money? Well, in tomorrow's video, I will be discussing all of that as it pertains to transits. All right, so stick around. You definitely don't want to miss it. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.